welcome here everybody to Scoreboards, another exciting edition of Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Hi everybody, I'm Chris Powers, and of course, man, just unbelievable things happening right now for Southern University. We're going to talk about baseball going to the NCAA Regional, another team going to the big tournament, and how big this year was in sports. It's unbelievable. But the NCAA selection party that we had on Monday was absolutely unbelievable, Coach, and everyone's saying how fun of the time they had.
Yeah, no question about it. You get a chance to relax and enjoy, with Jaguar friends and get a chance to send off the baseball team in a grand way. That's been another layer that we have added, watch parties, as we've been able to, partake in some of our teams this year winning championships. So that's a great thing to happen for Jaguar Athletics, and we had a great time. Those guys were celebrities for the day.
Yeah.
They bowled, we hung out, we had good food, and that's what it's all about. And we obviously get a chance to celebrate Coach Jackson and his accomplishments as well.
No question about that. It was just an unbelievable time. Everybody tells me. I unfortunately couldn't make it. I was in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, dodging the tornadoes.
Yeah, you went right into the plate, right into it, huh?
I think I'm nuts or something like that. I go to Oklahoma to see tornadoes.
Brave guy. You leave Louisiana to go to Oklahoma.
That's right. But like I said, the pictures look great too. It was a fun time. Like we mentioned, Southern University baseball team, Coach Carrick Jackson takes his team for the first time in 10 years to the NCAA selection, or NCAA tournament, I should say. They will travel to Starkville, Mississippi, and coach another trip to Starkville, Mississippi.
Another trip.
The women's basketball went there and played Mississippi State, the Lady Bulldogs. Now the men's team goes there, of course, baseball, and plays against Mississippi State.
Well, hopefully basketball soften them up for baseball, that we can get a surprise win out of this thing. But I think that our team brings a lot of confidence as they travel, to Mississippi, out there to Starksville. I think that they have had a lot of challenges this year as it relates to top programs they have played. So I don't think that they're any way unprepared for this event, and so I think they are excited about the opportunity. So I look forward to being a competitive game.
No question about that. You just saw the graphic on just a moment ago. They will play at 12 noon. It'll be on the SEC Network. And if you don't have the SEC Network, hey, come to Scoreboards right here. Get you a nice cold one, get some delicious food, and they've got several TV screens.
TV screens, and get a chance to partake and watch the game.
Yes, indeed, and scream loud, of course. Now, if the Jaguars win, the Jaguars beat the Bulldogs on Friday, they would play again in the winner's bracket at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Now, if they lose, they play in the loser's bracket at 12 noon on Saturday against the loser of Game 2. That'll be Central Michigan and Miami Hurricanes. So that's going to be a nice field.
Yeah, and two good programs once again. I mean, it's great to be in that elite field. There's not too many teams playing right now.
Nope.
And so I often say that we're one of the best teams in the country right now. We still playing baseball.
Yep, no
so
question.
That's a great thing as we get a chance to spread the good news about Jaguar Athletics.
And I understand it was kind of a little celebration when the LSU bracket came on, and we didn't see Southern at the LSU bracket.
Yeah, we didn't have to go around the corner and down the street. So the kids get the opportunity to go travel and enjoy that NCAA tournament experience.
All right, I was watching it on my phone just outside Oklahoma City. I was making my way back, and I had to spend a couple days in Dallas. But I saw the LSU field, so I said, okay, we're not going there. Then I said, well, we might go to Ole Miss. Saw that, didn't happen. Then there's a possibility we could go another place, maybe to Nashville for Vanderbilt, and didn't have that happen. So I had a feeling we were going to Starkville.
Yeah, I think some of the people on my staff, Chris Jones and Derek Price and all them, they picked it just right. They say, Coach, we're going to Starkville.
That's it.
So they picked it just right on spot. And, obviously, to the coach, it doesn't matter where we're going.
Right.
But we're glad because that's in close proximity where our fans can travel, and we look forward to bringing a good crowd over there.
And it is a nice baseball stadium.
Amazing. They put a lot of money into it.
Yep.
Amazing. I mean, they got apartments out there in center field.
Yeah. And not only that, they got barbecue stations back there in outfield, Coach.
Yeah.
And they have a digital LED screen to also watch the game.
No question about
it. While you're barbecuing.
It's amazing. And so they tell me they spent over $50 million on that complex, and I can see why.
Yeah, it's just absolutely unbelievable. Now, before I got to go out of town, like I said, I didn't get to go on Monday. Taste of Jag Food Expo was worth its price. I tell you, I had a blast with that.
I think everyone had a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness.
We had a packed house. Our top seller for the night was Miss Kitty. Everybody give Miss Kitty a round of applause right there. She is on the committee. And we jammed to the sounds of Michael Foster.
Yep.
And we had an amazing time. The chefs prepared it. Weren't you a judge?
Yeah, I was a judge.
Tell me about the food they prepared.
The food was absolutely excellent. And the winner, of course, is a Southern Knight, cooks in Chicago. And he put it on a canvas like you would art. And his obviously food was art. And it was just, it was great.
Yeah, I think that's his second time, I think the year before last, that he came in town from New York, maybe? New York, and I think that he was able to come in and win at that time. So we had some great cooking going on up there.
We did, and it was so much fun, and seeing everybody come to say hello. Some people have never met me, and they say, I just heard your voice, and I got you now. And it was like I said.
You're the official voice of Jaguar Athletics.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, though, if I talk too much. But I tell you, Denise and all of her staff, everybody at Southern University who put that together. I know Chris Jones, the SID, was watching one of the doors to make sure people would go around and what have you. Also, season ticket books were also sold at the event.
Yeah, and obviously we still sell them all, so you come on campus to our ticket office and get them. And so we starting to do things early, and I say it all the time that we starting to do the right things. And so we were selling on location, and we have actually gained a lot of new season book holders this year, and I'm very thankful for that. But I also want to thank the Jaguar family for coming out and supporting that event, because these are the times, these are the occasions that we're going to have to support those ancillary events for our department to keep growing.
Yeah, the food was excellent. It had all kind of different vendors from all the restaurants and what have you that was there. Seeing all kinds of it. The Belle of Baton Rouge did an absolutely great job of hosting that event.
No question about it. Every year, this was our third annual. I'm looking forward to the fourth. And they roll out the red carpet for Jaguar Athletics that evening. And so I'm very thankful for them for their sponsorship as well. And thanks for all the vendors that participated. Another job well done. I'm going to put you on the spot. What was your favorite taste?
My favorite taste?
Yeah, what was your favorite taste?
As far as the booths go?
As far as the booths.
Oh, the boudin was good.
The boudin?
I like the boudin.
Yeah. Craven's boudin or Tony's boudin?
Craven boudin.
Craven boudin was pretty
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good, Sha. I had some good boudin, yeah.
You sound like a real Cajun man.
I am. I just got back. I went to stop my mom and dad's in Ville Platte and had some more boudin.
Okay. You have some in the car then brought it home, right?
So, again, a fun time over at the Taste of Jag. Coming up, we'll have Chris Jones coming up next, the Sports Information Director from Southern University. We're going to talk a bunch of sports as well as baseball and all kind of other sports coming up
sports, huh?
real soon. That'll be right here next, right here on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K-12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right here at the Scoreboards Restaurant, it's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and Sports Information Director right now, Chris Jones, joins us. And Chris, obviously, going to Starkville, Mississippi for the second time, as Coach and I was just talking about. Went there for the Lady Bulldogs game for the NCAA first round tournament. Now they're going to Mississippi for baseball, and like we were talking about off air just a moment ago, last time they went against Southern Mississippi, they had a win.
Yeah, and that was in 2003. And I think for this baseball program, if you look at the history, this is the 9th appearance for Southern University appearing in the NCAA baseball regionals. All of their trips have been exclusively either in Baton Rouge, at LSU, or in New Orleans, whether it's been Tulane or just in a central location. So to get another opportunity to go outside the state, go take on Mississippi State is tremendous for the program. And like we mentioned, in 2003, which was probably one of the greater teams in Southern University history, definitely one of Coach Cador's greatest teams with Ricky Weeks and DeJuan Day and a number of those guys that went on to go pro. They went into Southern Miss a 3 seed. Southern Miss was able to host as a 2 seed, and Southern University came in with a lot of doubts about how good this team was, considering that they played in the SWAC and this, that, and the other, and Ricky Weeks was a Golden Spikes Award candidate, and Southern University actually stunned and put on a great show. Ricky had a home run late in the game to kind of put it away. DeJuan Day pitched 8 complete innings, had a tremendous game, and so Southern University actually stunned Southern Miss 5-3. So this is a great opportunity for Southern University to continue to build on that legacy.
No question about that. I was kind of hoping we were going to be the 3rd seed in that. If that would have been the case, we would have played against the Miami Hurricanes, but not. We'll play against Mississippi State, and we'll look forward to that. And again, you mentioned a good point too, that if you don't pick up the SEC network at your home if you don't have the sports package on your provider, then you come right here to Scoreboards, drink yourself a cold one, and watch the game right here. That game is going to be at 12 noon. That's TV dictates that.
Absolutely.
And so it's different. Usually you have the host team, the late game, the night game, but this time it's opposite because TV wanted that Mississippi State game at 12 noon.
And so our team will have to adjust, obviously playing at 12 noon, and probably the summer months it'll be hot, but I think Coach Jackson and the team have already been trying to acclimate themselves to the conditions around that time. They practice all this week in the middle of the day, which is the hottest part of the day. So they'll be adjusted, they'll be ready to go. And it's an environment they're not too unfamiliar with. Southern University played Mississippi State last year in Starkville while a lot of the construction was underway at what they call the Dude, their new stadium, and they went scoreless up until the 7th inning. And so they played tremendously well, ended up losing 5-0. Javian Williams had a SportsCenter top 10 play where he robbed a home run at the fence, actually climbed up the wall to reach and get it. So I don't think they'll be intimidated. I think Coach Jackson mentioned in his article with the Advocate on the other day that they'll do some things before practice to kind of allow them to wash over the moment, allow them to take pictures of the field and kind of enjoy the work that's paid off. And then from there on, it's a business trip.
I think it's just what you're going to see in the future as time goes on. He's going to get better and better. Like Coach Banks said last week, he's probably ahead of schedule right now.
Absolutely. I think if you look at year 2 where this team was in this first season, 9-33, to be at the pinnacle again of SWAC baseball, this only helps them solidify that run moving forward because now you have recruits, you'll have this exposure, you'll be on SEC Network, your game will be the entire game, so they won't cut in with any other baseball action. Right. You'll have the full attention of a nationally televised audience on SEC Network. And so you get to showcase a lot of the things that you've been able to accomplish this year. We've been in contact with ESPN and providing them with footage of things that's taken place throughout the season, as well as those stories that really tell how big of a difference Coach Jackson has made for this Southern University baseball program.
Yep, no question about that. Now, they played FAMU this weekend in 2 exhibition games. How they do?
They did. They won both games 9-2 and then 9-7. They got a tremendous opportunity to play at the minor league park in Pensacola, which from the pictures I saw online was tremendous. Outfield looks over a bay, so you could see all the ships. It's almost like watching Barry Bonds in San Francisco in Petco Park. So if you're fortunate enough to hit a home run out in the park, it goes out into the bay. So it was an opportunity for them and FAMU to get some work with both the MEAC and SWAC championships ending a week prior to many of the Power 5 conference championships. So good exposure for them. They had a great crowd, and Jaguar Nation always follows well.
No question about that. So when you look at it, you go back and you look at the sports season this year, 3 of the sports make it to national TV. Obviously football with the winning the West. That game was on the ESPN family networks as well against Alcorn State. Basketball, as we mentioned, we went to Starkville, Mississippi and played on national TV there for the NCAA women's basketball. And now for the baseball team, they're playing on national TV. That's great exposure for Southern sports.
It is, and the significance is this is the first time since 2013, 2014 that those 3 sports and the 4 major sports, which is football, men's and women's basketball, as well as baseball, all competed for championships or won championships. So it just speaks to the direction that the athletic department is moving in. We always tease and like to say that SWAC actually stands for Southern Wins Another Championship. And so with 3 of the 4 major sports claiming those championships, that's the exposure that we benefit from. And moving forward, it helps in recruiting, because if you're on the national stage competing for championships, other kids see that, they want to be a part of that.
So that leads us into getting your season ticket books, and they're on sale right now.
They are. If you call the Southern University ticket office, 225-771-3171, you can get a head start on purchasing your season tickets for the 2019 football season. We have some special promotions going on as well, where you can purchase your football season books, but also get season books for basketball and baseball at the same time.
No question about that. So obviously we had a lot of things. You could see the coaches going to these events, and they're starting now to get excited about getting ready for their season coming up soon in the fall, and then obviously in the spring of next year.
Well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you this. You know, you see it in Coach Banks. They're type A personalities.
Yeah.
So all these coaches like competing. They like to motivate and encourage each other, but there has to be a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of, you know, my team is going to be there next.
Right.
So
No question.
a lot of them have been supporting each other and actually talking shop about what they do in certain situations to motivate their student athletes, and going around the country to different conventions. I know Coach Odom spoke about a convention he went to in Miami in terms of motivating the student athletes so that they can change that mindset so that the student athletes are competing for championships both on and off the field.
No question about that. You can see Sean Woods, basketball coach, men's basketball coach, in his, in his eyes. He couldn't wait for next season.
And we already know what his track record is.
That's
his
right.
second year at Mississippi Valley, what did they do?
That's right. They
won the
went
SWAC.
and went on to the NCAA tournament and all that. So ought to be interesting. Now, speaking of that, football season will be here before you know it, and especially with the SWAC Media Days, usually in Birmingham, Alabama. And do you think that, I got a feeling that Southern will probably be picked to win the West, possibly the overall championship?
I think so. Until we beat Alcorn State, I think whatever happens in the preseason doesn't matter. So we could be picked to finish first. I think for Coach Odoms, he would rather settle it on the field.
Yeah.
But certainly under his direction, when we get to a lot of those preseason awards, Southern University has turned a corner. We're picked to win the West from time to time. We have a number of student athletes. I have to think that Ladarius Skelton will be an odds-on favorite to be Player of the Year after the season he had last year. So I know they're extremely excited. I think that's just one of the things about SWAC Media Days. It's the unofficial, official kickoff to the football season because it gets everyone excited. You know, after Media Day, SWAC football is just around the corner because the players and the student athletes will be reporting to camp in about a month.
That's right. No doubt about that. So to be here before you know it. And then also, too, obviously, we got camps coming up, and they can get their information on the Go Jag Sports.
Just go to gojagsports.com. You can also follow us on social media at Southern U Sports. A number of the flyers that we have will be posted, so you can contact the ticket office as well for information on camps. And we also want to acknowledge Camp Inspire, our partners with New Decision. They'll be hosting a camp in conjunction with Southern University Athletics, and you can find their information online as well.
And all the sports that you need, you can go to Go Jag Sports. .com to get all the information, and I'm sure you guys will be keeping updated on the score just in case somebody is on the road and be able to look at that to get the score?
Absolutely. We'll be following the game. The NCAA and Mississippi State has everything lined up in terms of tournament page, so you can get all the information following the game. If you're not able to watch the game online, we will have live updates from Starkville during the game, so you can follow us on @SouthernU Sports through social media.
All right, coming up, we're going to be talking the Human Jukebox is coming up soon. Also, Hotel Indigo. We'll talk about how they're a corporate sponsor with Southern University. And, of course, we're going to ask Athletic Director Roman Banks a question coming up towards the end of the show. It's right here at Scoreboards. This is Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We'll be right back right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, no better band than that right there. Unbelievable. The Human Jukebox. Best band in the land. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Powers. Welcome back to Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics and the band. We've got Kedrick Taylor right here. How you doing, my friend?
Again, doing good.
Man, that unbelievable. And like I said, I had my Southern shirt on in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma this weekend, and the guy said, y'all got an unbelievable band. Right there. Just came up to me and I was eating. I thought he was going to say something to me, that I didn't do something right. But yeah, it was unbelievable. And that was a halftime performance right there, which is absolutely unbelievable. And there is a possibility you could be maybe getting another young one in there. You got a camp coming up?
Yes, we have our high school and dance camp coming up this June 23rd through the 28th. It's a good recruiting tool for the university. It's one of those things that we started back, Dr. Gregg started in the 90s, and we've been keeping it going since. But it's a very nice thing for students to have the opportunity to see what we're doing here at Southern University. So we give them an opportunity to come and see how we, like a scaled down version of what the Human Jukebox do when we come for band camp. So we give them an idea of what we're doing, but we offer a little more activities for them than we do for the jukebox, because when the jukebox start up, it's just all work, no play.
No doubt.
No work, all work, no play.
and then, they already automatically know when they're a little one that they're going to be in the Human Jukebox, because before they start crawling, they start stepping in order. Perfect order.
Definitely. They sit there and watch it. That's one of the things now that we didn't have back when we were growing up, but now they have the iPads and all the different tablets.
Yeah.
So the students are able to, the kids are able to get on there and just look at the band, and so they're way more advanced now.
Yeah.
So they know the steps before they even get there.
Yeah. You and I used chisel and stone tablets. That's what we use.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, what age groups are you looking for that are eligible for this camp?
7 through 12, grades 7 through 12.
All right, and do they have to bring instruments or anything else?
Well, yeah, we usually make them bring their own instruments, because we don't want them to, we don't have to have the liability of having them, purchase with our instruments on their own. So we usually ask them to bring their instruments, so we can make sure that we keep our equipment nice for when the fall starts. We won't have to go and take them to the repair shop.
Now, if I was young and coming into your camp, the first thing I would say, do I at least get to wear the uniform first?
Wow. Of course not. We give them their own uniform, so they have opportunity to wear our brand on their shirt. We have our brand, the Human Jukebox brand, and we actually let them get a shirt at the end of the camp. We actually offered shorts last year for the first time, so they get an opportunity to have that shirt, so you know that they've been to the band camp when you see them, because it has Southern University Human Jukebox and it has band camp on the bottom.
Oh, cool.
So they wear that shirt proud. So it's just like they're in the band.
What will the format be like?
Well, for this year, we have a camp where we start off in the morning, where we do like warm-ups to kind of giving them the basic fundamentals, like how to sit, how to properly play the instrument, because we get a lot of students from all over the nation. We had someone come from the Bahamas.
Wow.
Yeah, so they come from all over the place. So we have to teach them the proper way to hold the instrument, the proper way to sit, the proper way to breathe, the proper way to position their body, that everybody look alike, because one of the things that we do more than anything that the Southern University band does, we make sure that everyone looks alike from head to toe. So we don't, probably the only band out there that has a practice uniform. We don't have a uniform to where everybody come in any kind of way. So everybody have to have the proper attire on. So we teach those things. So we have the whole camp. You'll know the band camp because they're gonna all look alike. Everybody have a white t-shirt on, dark color shorts, white shoes, white socks. And we'll make sure that we keep that same type of mindset, so that they are being trained early what it is to take to be in this part of the Human Jukebox.
No question about that. So again, give us the dates and where exactly the camp's going to be held at.
June 23rd through the 28th. We do a showcase at the end of the camp. Everyone is welcome at the end of the camp on the 28th. We usually start about 6 o'clock, and we showcase the things that they learn throughout the week. So everything they learn throughout the week, we showcase it at the end of the camp on the 28th.
All right, where can youngsters find information about the camp?
HumanJukeboxOnline.com. Everything, it'll take you right where you need to learn all the information. It'll tell you exactly what it is you need to do to sign up, the deposit, whatever you have to do to sign up, and you don't have to pay all of it at once. But the deadline is the second week of June, So they have an opportunity to sign up and have time to still get in there before the deadline ends.
No doubt about that. All right, now we've got obviously the Jaguar Nation in here at Scoreboard's Restaurant here today, and you know we've played presidential inaugurations, Super Bowls, and this year, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the football season, January 1st, 2020, the Human Jukebox will be at the Rose Bowl Parade. How about that?
Sir, yes, sir.
That's unbelievable. That's on TV all day, and you can watch that. So if you don't get to make the Rose Bowl Parade, that is a parade that's, unbelievable. It's probably as big as the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yes, it is. We had the opportunity to go out this year to witness the parade, and it was just to see the way it's orchestrated, the way everything goes, it's phenomenal. To be able to see the millions and millions of people on the parade route, it speaks volume to what it is to be in that parade and be a part of it. And for us, when me and some of the staff went out to actually see the parade, the people were excited. Like, we can't wait till next year. I'm like, well, we still in this year, but they're like, no, we got the Human Jukebox coming next year. So they were talking, it's kind of a little camaraderie who they get to be in the parade, what band. So we're the only collegiate band that's going to be in this parade this coming year. So they're very excited about it. So we actually have the president of the Rose Parade coming June the 6th, the 5th through the 8th. So August the 5th through the 8th. She could be here. So we're going to do some nice things. So we'll be looking for some things to take place that week. And that's actually the week that the incoming freshmen come. So we're going to be very busy.
Well, I saw that when we went to Athens to play the Georgia Bulldogs in football. I watched when Southern was making their way into Sanford Stadium. The camera flashes were going off like it was the Super Bowl. And then at halftime, concession stand, people were saying, hey, wait, us. No, wait, Southern's playing. Nobody was going to the concession stands at halftime.
You would be amazed how many people, every venue we go to is the same. We played for the Saints game when they played for the day of Thanksgiving when we were there with Grambling. It was packed. It looked like nobody left their seats because, when I looked up, it's kind of like the video game. You used to play Tecmo Bowl and you see in the stands just the lights flashing. Yeah. That's how it was. You can't really see faces. You just see lights flashing, and it's an amazing experience for anybody to be a part of. So it's very humbling for me to be able to sit there and see the audience and to know that they're not leaving the stands. They want to see what it is that you're about to do.
I tried to get information from Michael Foster last week about formations and stuff like that. He said, to tell you, and I have to kill you. So it's a top secret like that. I tried to get him to say, how do y'all do the score that quick?
I think that's the $1 million question everybody has asked.
Goodness.
We're going to make sure we put that score out there this year so you can see.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're going to make sure we do it this year.
How does a tiny school like Southern be able to compete with a big school like Ohio State that I think has 30,000, 45,000 people? How do they get to compete with such a big university like Ohio State?
Well, same way Cadillac has competed over the years. I think Dr. Gregg started a legacy here at Southern University many years ago, and we don't deviate from it. We just add to it. We put more creative things to it, but it's something that has been in place for years. So that legacy is just continuing on, and that's one of the things that we want to make sure we always embrace, the tradition here at Southern University. And the Human Jukebox is one of those things that when you see it, you know it's the Human Jukebox because not even a copy machine can recreate it. So it's often imitated but never duplicated. So that's one of the things that we always pride ourselves on, is making sure we hold our tradition but still continue to add to it. So that's what we're doing, being innovative and creative as we move along.
Brother, I'll tell you what, I think the Human Jukebox is in good hands with you running the show.
Thank you so much.
You're smooth. He's as cool as the other side of the pillow. I'm telling you that right now. You're unbelievable, my man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see you football season and beyond, my man.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, good deal. That's Kedrick Taylor, of course, band director for the Human Jukebox, the greatest band in the land. When we come back, looking for a good place to stay coming up this football season? How about the Hotel Indigo? We'll tell you about that coming up right here as we continue with Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment here at Scoreboard's Restaurant.
Hi, I'm Mayor Sharon Weston Broom, inviting you to join us for Taste of the Jag on May 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at the Belle of Baton Rouge. Get a taste of Southern soul from chefs from throughout the area.
Hi, I'm Chef Celeste. Join me for a taste of mystery.
I'll be there.
I'm Chef Tracy. Eat yourself well and treat yourself well.
A taste of Cajun. It's a taste of health.
A taste of Jaguar pride.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here to Scoreboard's Restaurant. It is overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, and we have the general manager right here of Hotel Indigo, Barry Goldblum. How you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
for
you
having
as
me
well.
here. I'm excited to be here.
Hotel Indigo. Where's it
Hotel
located?
Indigo. Hotel Indigo is a great little boutique hotel directly downtown in Baton Rouge here. You know, we are a little bit different than other hotels in the downtown. In our boutique, it's kind of more of an attitude than it is in a hotel brand. We have a rooftop garden where we grow our own herbs. We actually have our own bees, and so we get our own honey. We make our drinks in the bar from the honey on the rooftop. So yeah, all our rooms are a little different. We have hardwood floors. That's kind of a standard for the brand, and we're part of IHG International Hotel Group, and so we are, well, there's 100 of us right now. A little brand that's growing, kind of unique because you can't put an Indigo anywhere. It has to be it's based on being part of a community, so there has to be a neighborhood story that connects with the property. So cool. Slowly growing, but you know, we just feel we're really unique in what we do and how we do it, so it's a little bit different. So.
And had a good crowd this year for the Bayou Country Superfest this weekend?
We had a great crowd. You know, there was a lot of feeling that it wasn't going to be as strong, but no, we did wonderful. Obviously happy to have it back in town.
Yep.
I think everybody should be happy to have it back in town. Restaurants were full. Everybody had a good time. So yeah, we're we were excited to have it. So it worked real well for us.
So all kinds of different rooms for that. You got single beds, double beds, suites.
We got suites. We got everything you need. We actually have rooms that look out over our garden.
Oh,
we
wow.
also have rooms that look out over the Mississippi River. So you can take your choice sometimes.
Well,
here.
cool deal.
So, yeah.
And what can we expect as far as restaurant goes and stuff like that?
We've got King Barn Bistro. It's got great breakfast, one of the best breakfasts in town, I think. And then we have a wonderful bar for happy hour. And like I mentioned earlier, we take the honey and the herbs from our garden and make some specialty drinks with it. And Tal Johnson, our food and beverage director, does a great job of mixing all that and taking care of the garden. In fact, tomorrow him and I in the morning are going to go out and harvest some honey. So if you want to watch two adult men run from a little thing about that big.
Unbelievable.
Yes, you will. It's pretty comical, actually.
That in itself, but the name in itself saying, hey, where did you stay at this weekend in Baton Rouge? The Hotel Indigo.
There you go.
I mean, that's like presidential there.
I would agree with you. I'm not going to argue with that. That's for sure.
How long have you been a corporate sponsor with Southern University, Hotel Indigo?
You know, I got here in 2014, and so my predecessor, Francis Grayson, who is a Southern alumni, I'm sure that relationship started at the very beginning. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2014, right before I got here. So I don't really know the history. I'm sure it started from the beginning. One of the first people that I dealt with when I got here was Denise Rankin, and putting our relationship maybe different from what her and Francis had together. But you know, we've had a great relationship. You know, when Coach Woods came to town, we hosted him for about a week or two, and we have recruits come in, and when you've got a room looking out over the Mississippi, that's a pretty strong message to say you got to sell the university, but you also got to sell the town, because as much as we all think they're going to study all the time, they are going to go out and enjoy the city a little bit. So it's been a great relationship. We've hosted some of the board meetings for the athletic department here, and so we feel it's really good. We do right before homecoming every year, we turn our restaurant into a pre-party, I guess, for the Alumni Association, and so we do a lot with them right now, and so we feel really good about our relationship with them. Obviously, listening to all the great things about the university and how the major sports programs are stepping it up. That just makes our relationship, when you start at the beginning, to feel better about the whole thing.
How do you feel that it's benefited that you contend and can keep these sports, if I can get it out right?
I thought I was the one going to have trouble talking.
That's
so
right.
That's all right.
The sponsorship, how do you feel that it's helped Hotel Indigo?
Well, you know, a month ago, 3 weeks ago, we had Southern graduation, so we have, all the people from Southern graduated staying with us, during the football season. So all of those things, you plant the seed and you grow it, so you become part of the community. So, I think that's kind of how it works, and hopefully that's how it will continue to work. Right. We're very excited about it. She sent me an email, last month? Are we back in? I said, yeah, we're back in. There's no question about our relationship.
Good.
It works good.
So the Jaguar Nation right now can start planning for football games and start doing it right now, right?
Right. Oh yeah. We're booking right now. The one thing we just mentioned was the homecoming weekend, so book now for that one, because that'll always fill up real quickly. And again, we are the place to be because we do the pre-party there, and so yeah, it's going on real well right now. So.
Right, and then also too, and I haven't looked at obviously the LSU and Southern schedule, put them together, but when both of those teams are playing in Baton Rouge, it's hard to get a hotel room anywhere in the city.
Exactly. And I don't think the homecomings are matching. I think Southern's got an off weekend this year, if I'm correct. So yeah, that works better for us because we can accommodate more people and give a little better rate sometimes too.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Take care of everybody a little.
So they can go to the website, Hotel Indigo website?
Yes, they sure can.
Is that better to go there or go to one of those,
No, go to the website. We'll give you a better rate. You get a better, the trouble with those other websites is they don't necessarily guarantee room type. They don't necessarily guarantee your special requests and things like that. And you can actually get a better rate now. hotelindigo.com and look up Baton Rouge.
And there's all parking, valet parking, and all that stuff to where you can do that? Okay. What any other special promotions you got coming up in the fall?
Not right now. We do, this is kind of the summer, so we've got a couple conventions in town, but not really anything until we get to the football season. Then we'll be doing quite a bit of things for that.
Right. And downtown Baton Rouge has gotten so good. 10, 15 years ago, downtown Baton Rouge was dead.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on. Now there's nightlife downtown, there's restaurants downtown, and that also brings in a lot more hotels downtown.
Right.
But with the Hotel Indigo being in downtown, Baton Rouge, I think that's a great place. Like you said, you're overlooking the Mississippi River, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I think we go every week in our staff meeting. We go over all the reviews, and everybody says, what great staff you have, and we really do have a great staff. And then also, it's just so nice to be able to park and be done. You've got everything you need. You've got museums, you've got restaurants, you've got bars, whatever type of food you want, they've got in there, and they keep adding them. Every other month you've got something else. There's one that just opened today. I walked by, I never heard of before. So there's always something going on in that area. But yeah, you park and you're done. You don't need to get in the car. You don't need to worry about Uber. You don't need to, add all those expenses to your visit. You just kind of.
Right. And I think it's something good. Even if you live in Baton Rouge, you might live in Prairieville, you might live in Baker, or what have you. A staycation is fun. It really is. If you're not going to go out of town or out of state or something like that, to stay in downtown Baton Rouge and just act like you're on vacation.
Yeah. Sometimes I work Sunday morning as MOD, and you're talking to people as they're leaving, and one out of 10 is like, yeah, I live in town, but I just came down for a wedding or something like that. So we do that instead.
Well, Barry, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Manager.
Thank you.
Hotel Indigo.
Hotel Indigo. Hope to see you all soon.
Homecoming. That's where you need to stay right there, man.
Homecoming right there.
All right. We come back with more here on from Scoreboards. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. We're going to ask the AD a question. And yes, he's got his overtime bread pudding. You see, he's got that overtime series bread pudding.
I was wondering what
there.
That was. I was going, what
That's
is that
unbelievable. He's got his name all over it.
Right there.
In fact, I think he's going to start putting it in some kind of Cool Whip or something on top of it like that. His autograph signature.
Gotcha.
All right, we'll do that coming up right here next. Right here, it's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV.
All right. Thank you. Good job. All right, appreciate it.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group, distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K-12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fouger today.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance.
Talk to State Farm agent Anna Jones in Baton Rouge today.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Blanks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I want to show these 3 pictures right here at Hotel Indigo that I just forgot to, I just found out we have. Let's take a look. Look at the Hotel Indigo. This is a conference that they had at Southern University. Coach, talk about that. That's pretty nice.
Actually our meeting for the Taste of Jag, our event that we had there. They host us as we had our committee meetings, and you see some of the people in the room right now. So they take care of us very well. So I urge anyone, if you want a reception, a stay vacation, or whatever, if you're in the area, you want to hang out, Friday night's not bad over there, sitting in a restaurant bar as well. So come on out and partake and have a good time.
Yeah, definitely so. So Hotel Indigo, next time I stay in downtown Baton Rouge, I will definitely do that as well. All right, we
might wrap off a stay vacation. I just brought something to the mind. So we need to work on that.
That's a lot of fun. That's right. I will definitely do that. I can't wait to see, but you won't find me on the roof trying to catch bees or get honey for bees.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No.
You'll be downstairs on the first floor.
Yeah. Look,
in the lobby.
Drinking the honey.
At the restaurant, by the bar, hanging out, looking at the honeys.
Look, that's right. Mosquitoes love me. What you think bees will do to me? They'll have a feast, a buffet. All right. We also want to take a look at this. Is some of the video from the SWAC baseball tournament in New Orleans, Louisiana. We want to take a look at that and talk about that. Just so proud of Southern University baseball team, of course, winning that pretty convincingly, 15-0. Look at that. That was a beautiful field, by the way. And it drained great because we had storms all over.
Right, and that's a turf field.
Yeah.
And so they really, I think the Urban Baseball League can kind of put money into their facilities. And so, you know, Coach Jackson and I are talking about trying to do some things. We're not quite there yet, but we're going to be working on it.
Yeah, I tell you what, too. And look, you could tell, I was there for that game, and you could tell immediately that they were out there to win that game. They were out for blood. Right from the get-go, got off to a 2-0 start, then 5-0 start, then 10-0 start, and 15-0 before you knew it, and then that was the final end.
Well, you know, I always talk about being a baseball head, so you never know how long those games going to go, and you never know what time the next game going to start due to weather and all, and we experienced that, but the point that I'm making is that I appreciate our fans and our staff that came out and supported the baseball team as well.
No
Great
question
job.
about that. And of course, season ticket sales still on sale. We do want to stress that big time.
Yeah, so season books, and you buy now, you get a discount package for basketball and baseball. Ticket offer is 225-771-2471. So feel free to get them a call, 225-771-3171 as well. And so Aretha's waiting on your call at any point.
All right, now it's time to ask the athletic director a question, ask the AD. And we've got a pretty smart scholar here. She graduated from Southern University. Taylor is in the house.
Big time right now. Congratulations, young lady.
So try to keep the question simple, please, so that we can understand. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. We have Mr. James with our question for Coach Banks.
Coach, good afternoon. How you doing?
Great.
First of all, I want to say that I think you're doing a fantastic job with the athletic department. And I was very, very excited last year when you had some of the legends that came back to Southern University. That's something that all my years I've never seen them do. So my question to you today is that, are we going to have some of the legends coming back this year?
Yeah, so I don't want to let the cat out the bag too early, but we're actually looking always, and I said that you must recognize your history. And once you learn your history, then you can go forward from that point. So I always want to bring back those icons and those major figures to the athletic department. And so I let one out the bag for sure right now. And since the band director's in here, he and I talked about it I went to them and let them know that we're in the planning stages of this and want them to do their thing along with athletics. But I think it's befitting that we're going to recognize and do something for Dr. Isaac Gray, the great legend. And so I think that's very special, bringing him back, his memory back. We're also engaging right now to get our turf named after the Pete Richardson. Our stadium is Mumford Stadium, so our turf will be the Pete Richardson Field. And also, we are in the stages of Coach Roger Cato as a Hall of Famer. He did so much for baseball as we talk about baseball. And so we're going to recognize him going forward. We're going to bring him back at some point and name the baseball field house in his honor. And so we're looking back to bring some of those track stars that I haven't gotten around to and recognize those that are still living and have passed away and paid away in track as well. And we are bringing back all the championship teams that won and their 10-year anniversaries and all those. So we got a lot of stuff going on. And so that's part of making sure everybody come out and have a good time.
Great question. Great question. And thank you, Taylor. Thank you big time. All right, we've got food here, of course. The Overtime Series bread pudding.
Bread pudding, go get it. I mean, how fast did it last at the Taste of Jag?
Not long.
Not long at all.
Not long at all. Of course, we got our burger sliders. These are very nice. And French fries, man, this is nice. So we get well fed here.
We get well fed. You know, I kind of like, my wife and I, we kind of like cheese and peppers on this thing, all right? So see, can we get this topped off?
Cool deal, cool deal. Yeah. Hey, next week right here, we're going to have Coach Jackson on here, the program, talk about baseball and going further in the tournament. We'll do that next week right here from Scoreboard's Restaurant. Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. I'm Chris Powers. Next week.
Go get them, Coach Jay.
Pelican Sports TV.
Here we come, Stars Vegas.